From boxing stars saying this.
Don't try to come and try to fool me, telling me that Crawford can beat Canelo. There is no way. There is no way that Crawford can beat Canelo.
To actually changing their prediction.
You know, Terence is not a regular guy. You know what I'm saying? He's special.
Boxing legends believe that Terence Crawford will come out victorious against Canelo. They are even warning the Mexican fighter about the danger he will face in the ring. Canelo might be confident, but he needs to take a step back and really think about the challenge ahead. If Canelo assumes this will be just another fight that ends in his favor, he could be making a big mistake. Crawford is not like his past opponents. He is sharp, fast, and always ready to adjust. Underestimating him could lead to serious trouble when they finally step into the ring.
You know, Terence is freakishly strong. He can punch. He's got good crack. He can fight from both ways. Orthodox, southpaw. He can fight at mid-range, close range, outside.
Crawford, with his undefeated record, doesn't even realize how much other boxers admire his strength. He has proven time and time again that he is one of the toughest fighters in the sport. But strength alone isn't what makes him special. His endurance is on another level, allowing him to keep going strong for all 12 rounds. Many people think boxing is only about knocking out your opponent, but that's not always the case. A true champion also needs the stamina to last the entire fight. If you can make it through all the rounds while avoiding your opponent's punches and landing some of your own, you have a good chance of turning the fight in your favor. As the fight goes on, you might start to see openings in your opponent's defense. Maybe they get tired, or maybe they make a mistake. If you stay focused and take advantage of those moments, you could land a powerful punch that changes everything.
Terence Bud Crawford can be strong enough and he's smart enough with good enough footwork to jab him right at the belt line.
Since Bud has incredible endurance, his best strategy is to keep fighting hard as the rounds go on. He needs to push Canelo to his limits and make him tired. The longer the fight lasts, the better it is for Crawford, because he has the energy to keep going strong. One thing we know about Canelo is that he tends to slow down when a fight drags on. He might start strong, but as the rounds add up, he loses some of his speed and power. This is where Crawford can take control and turn the fight in his favor.
We do know this about Canelo. He's going to slow down, so I think if anything, Canelo would try to start fast and bang on him and break him down before he gets later.
With Bud's incredible endurance and quick movements, he could be a big problem for Canelo. Fighters who move a lot inside the ring often give their opponents a tough time. If Canelo can find a way to slow Crawford down, then he might have a chance to control the fight. But if Crawford keeps moving and dodging punches, it will be hard for Canelo to land his best shots. Fighters who are fast on their feet can frustrate their opponents and make them tired. This could make it even harder for Canelo to keep up as the fight goes on. And maybe, just maybe, this is why Canelo didn't want to fight Crawford at first. He kept saying he wouldn't drop down in weight, but maybe that wasn't the real reason. Deep down, he might know that Crawford's speed and movement could be a big problem for him. Canelo is at his best when he fights opponents who move at the same pace as him. He likes to control the fight and land powerful punches when he sees an opening. But against someone like Crawford, who is quick on his feet and hard to hit, things might not go as planned.
I don't think it's a fight Canelo really wants, if I'm honest, because I think he feels like he won't get a lot of credit beating a light middleweight. And Crawford's going to move a lot in that fight, which is not ideal for Canelo.
Of course, Canelo still has a chance to win this fight. One thing he needs to do is change up his punches and movements. If he becomes too predictable, Crawford will see every move coming. Boxing experts have noticed that Canelo follows a pattern in his fights. He moves a certain way, throws punches in a certain order, and sticks to what has worked for him before. There's nothing wrong with having a strategy, but when your opponent already knows your moves, it becomes a big problem. He needs to surprise his opponent and make it harder for him to react. If he can break his usual habits and bring something new to the fight, then that would be advantageous for him.
I would pick Terence Crawford to beat a Canelo Alvarez, even at 168. It's because you see the punches coming. Canelo is so predictable, dude. You know a hook is coming. You know when the right hand is coming. You know he's going down to the body. He comes in, he marches forward, then boom, Crawford's going to be able to see all of that. He's too knowledgeable inside the ring. His IQ is too high. He can outbox Canelo. It doesn't matter. He don't have to knock him out. He can outbox him.
Teofimo Lopez knows this is true. When he attended one of Canelo's fights, he saw that things weren't looking good for the Mexican star. As the fight went on, Canelo seemed to struggle more and more. Lopez could see that Canelo needed to change something fast. During a quick break when the referee stepped in, Lopez took the chance to give Canelo some advice. He knew that if Canelo didn't adjust, he could be in serious trouble. Lopez wanted to help because he understood how important it is to adapt during a fight. Canelo listened, but whether he took the advice or not is another question. Lopez is a close friend of Canelo, so there's no way he would say that Canelo will lose to Bud. No chance at all. But deep down, he knows what his friend can do, and that's the tough part. He understands Canelo's strengths, but he also knows that Bud is a whole different challenge.
I don't think Crawford's ever fought a fighter that's hit him directly, just straight, constantly in the arms. And it's not because they can't. They don't think that way.
Appreciate it, champ.
Gotta clear it out, guys. Remember, this man's been pro since what, 14?
Mm-hmm.
Right?
15.
Yeah, 15. Doesn't make a big difference.
No.
He is in such deep denial that even his fellow boxers have already accepted the truth. While he refuses to admit it, others in the boxing world aren't holding back. Even Errol Spence is backing Bud to beat Canelo, making it clear where the smart money is.
I definitely be going Crawford. I think if anybody can pull it off, he can pull it off. He's chasing greatness, so why not? Canelo came up to 175 and all that, and fought Kovalev and fought the other guy too. So I mean, if he can do it, he started at 147. So I mean, if he's doing it, why can't Crawford do it?
If Crawford wins against Canelo on September 13th, people will call him the best fighter on planet Earth. It would be a huge moment in boxing. He is moving up 2 weight classes, which is not easy, but many believe he still has the advantage. Even though he has never fought at this weight before, the odds are in his favor. If Crawford wins, he will be better than some of the top fighters in the division. They believe he would be above David Benavidez, who is known for his power and speed. Others say he would also be better than David Morrell, a strong rising star, and Diego Pacheco, another young talent. But the other side of fans say that even if Crawford wins, it won't be exciting. They say he will use the same style Mayweather did when he beat Canelo in 2013, moving, jabbing, and holding all night. Instead of going for a big knockout, he'll have to play it safe to win. This kind of strategy might work, but many fans won't like it. They want action, not a slow and careful fight. If Crawford spends most of the fight avoiding danger instead of trading punches, some people will call it boring. The harsh truth, according to fans, is that Bud's style has never been that exciting. Some say he is just a little more entertaining than Shakur Stevenson, but not by much. While he is a great fighter, his style isn't always fun to watch. Bud is just a slightly more aggressive version of Shakur. He knows how to attack, but he doesn't bring the kind of excitement that top fighters at 154 pounds do. Many think his fights don't have the same energy or action as others in his division. Compared to a prime Errol Spence before his car crash, Bud doesn't seem as thrilling to watch. Spence used to bring non-stop action, while Bud's style is more controlled and strategic. Even if he wins big fights, some fans feel like something is missing. But that's just their opinion. I want to hear yours. Do you think the experts are right in warning Canelo not to fight Crawford? Share your thoughts in the comments below.